Okay, so from our class previously, we had to look at designing a graph set and a diagram for a two-cylinder sequence. So the sequence that I'm going to work on is cylinder B to extend, then cylinder A to extend, then cylinder B to retract, and cylinder A to retract. So to begin with, we can draw out our diagram. So we've got two double acting cylinders. Cylinder A and cylinder B, and they will have two switches. So A0 to say that the cylinder is fully in, and A1 to say that it's fully out, and B0 to say it's fully in, and B1 to say that it's fully out. We will also have a directional control valve, a 5-2 valve to control the cylinders. That's not quite right. We'll have a pilot line on each end. We'll identify the ports. I'm going to add a little bit, so that's A14 and A12, and the same here. B14 and B12. So we're also going to have the switches drawn. We just won't identify them yet. So ruler switch, a ruler switch here as well. Switch here. I'm trying to keep this quite cramped because I'll have to draw the graph set. And one here. So we've got to find out which switch should be identified with which name, and which switch should be also joined to the push button to start the sequence. So we'll have a push button here. and it has to join to one of these valves. So that's the start of our diagram. So now we've got the graph set to do. So the graph set, for the graph set we need to draw out what the cylinders, switches and pilot lines are doing at each stage. So if I draw lines for each cylinder, a line for the push button, a line for each of the switches, and a line for each of the pilot lines. So this will be for cylinder A, this will be for cylinder B, this will be for the push button, this will be for A0, A1, B0, B1, and then this line here will be for each of the pilot lines, so A14, A12, B14 and B12. So that's basically what our graph set looks like to begin with. So we start to fill it in. So our sequence is B out, is the first step. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first step from here, when the push button is pressed, B has to go out. So B is going to go out. And whilst it's doing that, A is staying still. Sorry, staying still here in the in position. Then in the next step, A goes out. So A out, and B stays where it is. Then B comes in, and A stays where it is. And then A comes in, and B stays where it is. So that is the steps that cylinders A and B goes through to work through the sequence. B out, then A out, then B in, then A in. So we now draw what the push button does. The push button is going to start low, and whenever someone presses it, it'll go high. When you lift your finger off it, it'll go low again. So that's what the push button looks like. A0, so A0 is going to be high at the start, and it's going to stay high until it starts to roll away here. So it's going to go high, down low, and it's not going to go high again until the cylinder comes back to the lower position. Cylinder A1, or switch A1, it's going to go high here whenever cylinder A gets fully out. So it'll start low, go high here, stay high to there, and go low again as the cylinder moves back in again. Cylinder or switch B0, you can see B0 is high there because it's in the fully retracted position. Then it goes low, stays low until it gets to here, then it goes high again. So that's the profile of B0. And B1 will get high here, so it's going to go low to high, stay high to there, and go low again as the cylinder comes back in. So that's the profile of each of the switches. Now A14, A12, B14, B12, those are the pilot lines. So A14 makes cylinder A extend, so that's A extend. A retract, B extend, and B retract. So let's do this one first. A14. A14, we need it to start here to make cylinder A go out. So it's going to start here, and it has to go off there because it can't be on whilst the cylinder is trying to come back in again. So that's what A14, that's when it has to go on, and that's when it has to go off. A12, A12 is to bring the cylinder back in again, to retract it. So it has to come on here, and it has to go off here. So if I join that up, so A retract has to start retracting there, and it definitely has to be off here because it can't be on whilst it's trying to extend. And B14, so B14 is to make B extend, so it's going to start there, and it has to be off here because it can't. So it has to be off in step 2 because it can't be on whilst the cylinder is trying to retract. And then B retract, B starts to retract there, so it's going to come on there, and it has to be off here. So that is what our graph set looks like for this sequence. B out, A out, B in, A in. So we can then use this information to work out which switch is which. Because what we do is, which switch should trigger A14? Well, if we go and find when A14 starts, and look up at the switches, you can see that B1 goes high when A14 comes on. So A14 has to be triggered by B1. A14 triggered by B1, because that, you find out where the pilot line goes high, there's where it has to come on, and there's the switch that's going high. None of the rest of them are going high at that point. A retract, so A retract here, it's starting here, go and find the switch that goes high, B0. So B0 is what triggers A12. B14 then, it's starting there, so look up. So the ones that are going high, this one goes high at that stage, push button, and also because step 0 and step 4 are the same, this one also goes high. So push button and A0 are what should make B extend. And that leaves B12, so to get cylinder B to retract, there's where cylinder B retracts, there's where it's starting, and there's the switch that goes high at that stage, A1. So to finish off then, all we need to do is go and find A14. So there is A14, that means that that switch has to be B1. A12, that switch has to be B0. B14, so B14 is this one, that switch has to be A0, and this has to be joined to the push button and A0 trigger B14, and this last one is B12, which is triggered by A1. Now if I draw in the connections to the compressor there, that is the graph set. And pneumatic diagram. For that sequence.